Alright, welcome to another edition of JTJU, where we all try to be just a little better at the game of Clash of Clans. I've got a new type of screencast for you called Speed Build, where I try to actually design out on Clan Builder a town hall layout that actually is for clan war that people should think about or look at the different design techniques. So in this case we're going to do a Town Hall 7, actually tweaking one of our Clashers layouts, JennBenn's. She's had a 11 defense at one point in her career in one war, so one might ask, why am I tweaking the base? Because I'm dumb like that. But anyway, let's take a look at the speed build. I'll run at 200% speed and I'll put notes to the side as I'm going and talk to you about the different things I think I'm thinking about as I did it. Here we go. Alright, so to start out, you got to think about Town Hall 7 as dealing mostly with ground. So the big thing you want to prioritize putting in the middle of your base is the air defense and mortars. So around the town hall, we'll actually separate using the town hall as a break, if you will, so that forces the attack to come from one side or the other, and at least half of your core defense remains in typical attacks unless they come from 9 or 3. Then we'll, again, considering ground, focus on the whiz towers at 9 and 3, again trying to mitigate that. Now the other thing you want to do is look at damage sink. So as I place these storages here, we're trying to protect the wizard towers against dragon rushes, basically creating speed bumps, if you will, where the dragons have to burn through high damage, high health buildings, if you will. And now I'm placing some of the mines, seeker mines, in front of the air defense to blow up balloon push. And ideally, and see I can't really do it right there, ideally you want the seeker mines, the big take out one thing, behind the air towers. We don't pull that off. Now I'm doing the double big bombs, and I'm tweaking around trying to make sure that the pathing will go to it, and then I realized that, you know, that one that I had is really not so good. So now I'm actually adjusting the base away from Jenn's layout a little bit more than it was to allow pathing from that air defense to the mortar, right? So now I have 2x2. If they come from right or left, it's going to go across that and take out whatever hog presence there is. Now I'm adjusting and tweaking to that. And I'm checking there to make sure that even though I've moved the damage sinks to the storages, that they were still in range of the air towers. Now at this point I'm trying to figure out where the air Teslas go. Usually I'm trying to have the air Teslas supporting the air towers, because again, that's as you think of attack types that come against a Town Hall 7, dragons will probably be the death killers for you. So as much as you can defend or hold off the air tower push at the final kill, the better. Now I'm actually making the bottom look like the top, so that they can't just automatically assume the doubles on one side or another. Time now to place the archer towers, and I ideally want symmetry here, so I'm trying to figure out how to fit them in where they're each one without disrupting the storages being in range of the air defenses. So tweaking around, moving them around, la 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 la, and there that goes. So now I put the cannons down. Now at this point I'm pretty much done, right? I've figured out I've got them kind of placed. I'm just shifting a little bit. The one thing I'm going to move to next is look at the double big bomb placement up top. One of the pathings that wouldn't work right is that it came from 12 or 11 to 1 from the top side, because that would go like cannon to Tesla and then in either right or left or splitting, probably only triggering one of the bombs. So ideally what we want to do is have the funneling of troops, the pathing based upon non-defensive buildings, to actually take them to the right, to either the air defense or the mortar on each side of the double big bomb. I'm still shifting though for the other stuff to try to enable that. But if you do that, and here it goes, right here's where I'm doing it. So see how I shifted that cannon? So now the pathing's either going to go one of those two cannons, and it's automatically flowing it down and around and to the big bombs the way I want it to, which is horizontal. And at that point, I'm done. I basically am going to now put the outer edge circles around, and we'll take a look at the overall heat maps just for fun. But I guess that about does it. It's a pretty good base design. I'll be curious to see if it actually does better than Jenn's done. She typically, with this, the layout she has, and I put a link earlier in the video that you can go look at the layout she historically has run. With that layout, it actually usually holds off anywhere from 3, we call them bleeds. Anytime someone attacks and it's not able to 3-star, it's a bleed, and a hold is at the final end of the game. stars less than 3. So with 2 stars, 1 hold, 1 stars, 2 holds, you know, that kind of thing. But anyway, oh, and then often the classic debate of builder huts, in the corners or not. Most people now are pretty savvy to actual triggering the clan castle and bringing it out and killing it, so I don't think there's a big gain of, you know, people often say don't put the builder huts in the corner, it's easy draw out for the clan castle. I think people can draw it out with or without them, and there are enough idiots out there that forget about the builder huts, and then you get to late game when time's running out and it's hard for like a dragon or an army to actually go around and get the 4 points. You'll get some wins off that, or defenses off that you wouldn't have had if you don't have them out. So I went with them on the outside. And here you can see I'm still tweaking away, trying to put my mine placements. I'm placing the mines by the mortars because they're going to be pushing into that if they're a ground-based group trying to take those out maps. So you can kind of see it's pretty good coverage. You would think it's pretty dense base, but while being dense, it's got that double big bomb in mid. So it's a good base. Hopefully that helps everyone, and as always, good luck in your upcoming wars, and until we see you again, flash on.